Shout out Beware. What up, though? And it's your favorite Pistons podcast, Pro Wrestling Talk for the Pistons fan. Want to find out more about our show, like where to order our official t-shirt or how to follow us on social media? Visit our Linktree /PWTPF. That's linktr.ee/PWTPF. And thanks to our premier sponsor, ticket-barter.com. See you at the seats. Yo, what up, man? We fresh from Monday Night Raw at Little Caesars Arena. Little Caesars, the Pizza Factory. I can't even front, man. The show was mid as hell. Like, if I would have stayed at home, I would have been fine. I would have been perfectly fine staying at home. And I was like, this far away. You can't see my fingers, but they're close together. Pause. Right? I was that far away from taking my kids. Thank God I didn't take my kids. If I'm counting correctly, that's the second straight show. The second straight show that WWE has had in Detroit at the Pizza Factory. No women's matches. My daughter would have been pissed off. I'm not mad. It is what it is. You know, cars subject to change, but dang. A lot of black people there. I like the explosion of black wrestling fans, like, within the last decade. A lot of black people there. Because back in the day, it just wasn't like that. You just go and just be you and Virgil. Like, that's literally the Virgil that's wrestling. Like, so I like the multicultural, you know, the crowd. You know, you can talk to me, what up, though? You know, and they're like, okay. Shout out to show supporter RJ. RJ was there with some friends. I was there solo. So you know me. I'm solo, and then I'm like up at the upper level. They're down at the lower level. Look at me being ghetto. Any extra chairs down there? I recorded this show and I recorded some of it yesterday. And so my voice may sound a little different because I'm just throwing stuff in there. I'm like, that sounds good. Before we jump in, you know, that's just a podcast. Before we jump in, yeah, like, comment, subscribe. At this point, I just want to know, y'all think Durden like ruined his public perception? Like, you know what I mean? Like if he signs, y'all think he gonna are y'all gonna boom? Like when he boo, you know what I mean? He signed the 1-year qualifying, boo. I participate in Pistons Twitter and I think I know everything, boo, boo. I've worked in the front office before. I just like to be on Twitter now, boo, boo. I live out of state, but I want to give updates on the arena like I'm really there, boo, boo. I don't know. I mean, if he signs the 1-year qualifying, I'm just be like, hey, like, look, don't focus on the future, focus on the now. Oh, I gotta throw this one in there. I know how to read a stat and advanced stats and use the stats on NBA.com, so I'm a boo Darren, boo, boo. I don't know. I just envision, that's what they sound like. That's what they sound like. Hey, not in the Discord. We intelligent in the Discord. Not in my Discord. One other thing that's comical when you zoom out, I swear, I'm gonna get on the Ebuka. I'm gonna get on the Ebuka. One thing that's comical is that like he's 22 and he's negotiating a multi-million-dollar deal. Like multi-million. That's crazy. Like I'm 22 and I'm handling business. Throw some D's on it. I don't even want to start to count how much stupid stuff I did when I was 22. I don't even want to start. I did watch every Summer League game except one. I had good intentions, but the game wound up watching me. Yeah, that's how you know, were you down there watching TV? No, I was watching me. That means you asleep. Now, I don't watch that. What is that? Like, I guess that would be the, the Pac-10 or whatever stands for that. I don't watch that. So this was my first time setting eyes on Ebuka Okorie. Forgive me if I pronounced that wrong. Hello, pause as well. How did we get here with Ebuka Okorie? Remember, we traded Isaiah Stewart. Then we wound up giving the picks back to move over picks. So this is their guy. In the words of Joe Dumars, they got their guy. If in hindsight, I think they only wound up moving them like 2 or 3 spots, maybe even 1. I can't remember. I did tell Gaston, show's listener, I said, somebody put some ants in the Pistons fan. Like, were they sure this guy was going to go, or could they just kind of stay back, kept the 3 picks and still got him? The world may never know. You know, how many legs does it take to get to that? My initial impression when I saw him on the ground, I was like, wow, he's short. That's what I thought. I was like, why? I think I built up in my mind. I was like, he's taller, but really not short. He just wasn't, he didn't have the stature that I envisioned. Hella pause. What is wrong with me tonight? First few games, without a doubt, Shaz Lanier looked like the far superior polished player out of everybody on the court. When you, not just the Pistons, but whoever we were playing, you could tell, like, okay, he's been here before. And spoiler alert, he has. And Ebuka heated up. Ebuka, like first couple games, he looked like a late first round draft pick. Just kind of going back and forth, like, oh, okay. But I think he was able to get his rhythm. Well, it was clearly in the last game and showed out a little bit. He got a little mix on the NBA out. Look at Ebuka Okorie's highlights. I got the little push. Okay, Ebuka. And it's hard to gauge Summer League because I just like I notice things like the lazy passes, the missing where they're supposed to be. I mean, let's not front. Most of the teams got some scrubs on it. Okay, that's just the bottom line. It's hard to keep away from the bad player when 4 of the players on your team are bad. Then I decided to go look at Stanley Johnson's Summer League highlights, and I know anybody be like, why are you looking at that? Because he's not in the league anymore. So I wanted, and Stanley Johnson bought out in Summer League. Bought out. Now, granted, this was in Orlando, no crowd, but he bought out. So that just kind of tells you how serious you need to take Summer League, right? Like hey, good game. That's about. Glad you didn't get injured. But there were flashes. But again, does it translate, right? Like the guy in the NBA is not gonna have a lazy pass. The guy in the NBA is not gonna be holding the ball below his head. Oh, Paul, my good. Let me move on to NXT.
What's good? This is D. Dot, host of the Major Music Lounge podcast, the podcast for independent music producers and music creators. You can catch new episodes every Friday, streaming on all podcast streaming platforms and the video version on YouTube. Follow the account on Instagram at Major Music Lounge Pod, as well as the host at D._Major Music.
Shout out to my guy DMF and Dot. Shout out to D. Dot. If you want to do a drop for the show, go ahead and do it. Ain't nobody stopping you. You can just email it, pistonsprowrestlingfans@gmail.com. Send me that MP3. I'll put it on there. Keep it appropriate. It's a family show. Let's keep it PG, baby. Keep it PG. Is Summer League like NXT? In my mind, a little bit, yeah. A little bit, hell no. To the no. Hell to the no. I mentioned Stanley Johnson, and then think even more recently, Marcus Sassa. Marcus Sassa had what did he have, 40 in Summer League? And then couldn't get off the bench, and he was under the bench. Under. When you see under, he was under. But usually, most of the time, unless you're all ego Ethan Page or Rusev, oops, did I say that out loud? Most of the time, the stuff that you pull out in NXT, like think of this, Trick Williams, he's had that intro music for years. Whoop that trick, what? Whoop that trick, what? Whoop that trick, whoop that trick. Ah, yeah, man. You just knew it right then and there. That's going to be a hit. That's a singles wrestler. Boom. Put him on the main roster. Samoa Joe. Obafemi. Kevin Owens. Remember Kevin Owens beat John Cena at some pay-per-view and told him the champ is here. And not the WWE champ, the NXT. I don't know. Maybe he's it. Maybe he's the running mate for Cade, right? But Cade needs a running mate. And it's not always scoring. He just needs somebody that can protect the ball, that, can create more plays, right? Not necessarily just scoring. So is Ebuka Okorie? I don't know. I just get it doesn't always translate. Stanley Johnson, even Boheim had some Summer League buckets, right? Boheim, right? But I don't know. You guys know I love NXT. It's a simple show, smaller. It's one of my bucket list goals to go to an NXT taping on Tuesday, wherever are they at Full Sail? Are they still at Full Sail, or are they at the other place? I just want to go. I love the NXT. Who's my favorite? You ask me, who's your favorite NXT champion? I don't. Samoa Joe. I like when Mello had the title. My favorite group out of there, Chase U. Toxic Attraction with Mandy Rose. Congratulations, Mandy Rose. But wrestlers can definitely get away with stuff at NXT that they just can't get away with, on the main roster. They just can't. And I guess Summer League is the same way. But either way, Ebuka Okorie, welcome to the D. What up, dog?